Life becomes more meaningful. Life becomes more meaningful when you realize that the simple fact of life that you will never get the same moment twice. Very good morning my dear students. My name is Kumar Gaurav. I welcome you all today in this morning. What a bright morning we are just going to start, and I hope you all are good at your home as well as you have done your work. So yesterday we have already discussed about the pronoun, what is pronoun and kinds of pronoun, what are the numbers of kinds of pronoun we have to study. Okay, so first the pronoun, when we talk about pronoun, the word a word which is used in place of noun, that is called pronoun. Today we have to discuss the next part of the kinds of pronoun, that will be next part will be reflexive and emphatic pronoun. Do you know students what is reflexive and emphatic pronoun? It is the second. We have already discussed the first, that was the personal pronoun, but today we have to discuss about reflexive and emphatic pronoun. Do you know about it? When in the personal pronoun we are using self, when there is singular personal pronoun, we can add in that is self. Suppose him, it is the object of he, in this way you can say that himself by using this, and your, it will be self, and you can say that my will be myself, or himself, yourself, myself, and herself. When we talk about singular, we can use himself, yourself, myself, herself, itself also, itself. But when we talk about plural of these, you can make also your, we can use here selves, your selves. Look at this. When we are using plural pronoun, means plural personal pronoun, that will be yourselves. Yourself also, you will be singular as well as plural. So we can say that ourselves, themselves. Look at this. So these are the words with the help of self and selves will be called reflexive or emphatic. But we have to use this the way how we are using this, it is called reflexive and emphatic. First we have to talk about what is the reflexive pronoun. When the object in the sentence will be just same of the subject, when the object in the sentence will be similar of subject, that will be called reflexive pronoun. Okay, I hope you are understanding that, things are clear to you. You can make more example. Suppose, just note down it first. You can say that when the object is similar to a subject. When the object is similar to a subject in the sentence, we will get if there is the verb without forcing, without emphasizing, the will be called, it will be called reflexive pronoun. I hope you have noted it. I am making more example of this. Suppose I am saying that I do my work myself, means object is just like subject. Object is just like subject. So this is called reflexive pronoun. What is called reflexive pronoun? When the object is similar to a subject in the sentence and we are finding that there is no any forcefully work and no any emphasizing work, then it will be called this object is as the subject will be called reflexive pronoun. I hope you have understood about that. As well as we can say that I suppose he earns money himself. He earns money himself. So we can say that this himself in the sentence will be called reflexive. This time this sentence is reflexive and himself is doing the work of reflexive pronoun. I hope things are clear to you and you are just understanding about the reflexive pronoun first, and the second part of this will be emphatic pronoun. It will be same by using self and selves in the personal pronoun, but there are some differences we have to find out. So first note down it, and more example you can take the help of book and exercises you can make it. I hope you are understanding that. Very good. Just note down it. I hope you have done it. Now I am going to talk about emphatic pronoun. What is emphatic pronoun? Do you know about emphatic pronoun? As it is the reflexive pronoun. When the reflexive pronoun is used to emphasize the noun, noun, it will be called emphatic pronoun. When the reflexive pronoun is used to emphasize the noun, a pronoun is called emphatic pronoun. Look at this. I myself do this work. Now the subject is saying I myself do this work. So look at this. This myself just means I is feeling the forcefully doing the work. Suppose I is doing the work but forcefully. Here is the emphasizing work, that will be called emphatic. You can say that she herself studies in the school. She herself studies in the school. So in this way, here the word, by using self, it is called emphatic pronoun when the subject are feeling forcefully work, then it is called emphatic pronoun. You can say that when the reflexive pronoun is used to emphasize the noun or pronoun is called emphatic pronoun. I hope you are understanding that and things are clear to you, and you are just working on it. Reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun, what are the differences, we have to know about it with the help of examples. I am giving you some example, you have to note down and just try to see where the myself, herself are using the word of personal pronoun is in at the what is the place of that. Suppose in the sentence myself or herself, here in the emphatic pronoun it is just after the subject, but we have to know that in the reflexive pronoun where the myself or herself are any personal pronoun which is used by self or self is the place where it is the place in the sentence. I hope you are understanding. Okay, very good. Just note down it, and then after we have to understand the places of that or differences of reflexive and emphatic. Just note down. I hope you have done it. Now I am going to talk about reflexive or emphatic pronoun. The differences of this means you can say that differences of reflexive and emphatic. Reflexive and emphatic pronoun. This R is just the symbol of reflexive. Okay, you have to note it. With the help of examples, we have to just try to know what are the differences. Suppose I am writing here I myself cook and eat. I have done this work. You have done this work yourself. Here. Now we have to try to know about that in the sentence myself. Here is the word self using that personal pronoun that is after subject. But here at the end of the sentence means you can say that after verb. When there is after verb, in the sentence myself, yourself, himself, when there is reflexive emphatic pronoun will be after verb, it is called reflexive, because here is no any pressure, no any forcefully work. But when there is after subject, we can say that it is called emphatic. Okay, I hope you are understanding that. Means myself just after subject, before the verb, after subject and before the verb. Here after verb. We can say that whenever we are watching that this kind of word, myself, self, yourself and himself, yourselves, themselves, here in the sentence, when after subject or before verb, it is called emphatic, and when we talk about after verb, it is retained in the sentence, it is called reflexive. It is a very easy way to identify what is reflexive and what is emphatic pronoun. Or you can say that with the sense of sentences we can find out what is reflexive and what is emphatic. Now I hope you have understood about it very well. You have to do more exercises, more examples with the help of your book. So I hope you have done it. Just note down it, and after that we are going to move the next part of pronoun. Just note down. I hope you have done it. Now next part of this, the pronoun is demonstrative pronoun. Now we are going to discuss about what is demonstrative pronoun. What is demonstrative pronoun? Whenever the word is just pointing out to the things, pointing out to other object or any object, when that word is called demonstrative pronoun. Means you can say that there are some word, this, that, these, those and such. You can say that a word which points out the object is called demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. A word which points out, a word which points out the object is called demonstrative pronoun. So when we talk about this, that, these, those, you have already studied in your childhood. You know, when you are using the this is a chair. Suppose there are a lot of things at your home and you are just pointing out that is the fan, this is the chair, you know. In this way you can say that this word is just focusing or just pointing out one thing, that is chair. Okay, so in this way we can say that in the sentence this word is called demonstrative. In this way you can say that. Okay, you are just saying that is my book, and this word is also called demonstrative. So this is called demonstrative pronoun. It's very easy to understand, to know about that, and give an example. You have to just note down and make more example of your own ideas. With the help of your own ideas you can make more example of this. I hope you are understanding all the things are clear to you. Okay, very good, you are getting enjoy, I hope. Just note down it. I hope you have done it. So we are going to move the next part of this. The next part of this will be distributive pronoun. Do you know about the distributive pronoun? It will be fourth part, distributive pronoun. So what we think about that? What is distributive pronoun? Do you know about it? What is distributive pronoun? When a word refers to a single person, a one thing at a time, is called distributive pronoun. Do you know, student, distributive pronoun, when we talk about a word focusing to a single word, single person or one thing, that will be called distributive pronoun. When we talk about this, we can say that each, every, either, neither. These are the words. These are the words in the sentences. We can say that when you are using each, when we talk about each of the boys, each of the boys of this class we can say that is naughty. Each of the boys of this class is naughty. Means I am talking about each of the boys. Here is the boys, but I am talking about this each. This is focusing a single person. Focusing a single person, then we can say that it will be here each. In this way we can say that every every of the sorry, every of the students, each of the student, not every is not suitable here. Each of the students got a prize. Each of the students got a prize. We can say that each of the students got a prize. So each is showing that a single person, single student, okay, that's why it is called distributive pronoun. Sorry. We can say that whenever we talk about the word is focusing a single person is called distributive pronoun. We can say that in this way every. We also say that every one of this country is good. Every one of this country is good. But one is focusing a noun that and refers to a every. So that time this every will be a distributive adjective. That's why we can say that whenever the word is focusing separately of the word separately and single person as one thing at a one time, that will be called distributive. Either and either we can say that either you. I hope you have done it. Just note down. I hope you have done it. Write one more example of this. Either of you can speak. Either of you can speak means you, not only one, you and your friend want to speak, but either of you, I am saying that either of you can speak, only one of you can speak means I am talking about a single person, not all. I am talking about only one can speak here. Either, it focusing a single person, it means you can say that this either is showing the distributive pronoun. In this way we can say that when we talk about distributive, it is also the word which refers to a single person or one thing at a time is called distributive. It distributes the person or the thing in the sentence. I hope you have done it and very well understood about it. So today I am going to end this session, and next part of this after food means 5th, 6th and 7th, there are 3 more kinds of this will be left. So tomorrow we will discuss about it. I hope you have done it, and you have to just make your own note and make your own example. Just revise it very well. The education, what and how much education you are taking, but matter is that how much time you are revising that. That is called education. Real education when we talk about. So that's why you have to revise as much as you can do that. I hope you have done all the things today. So that's the end of the class today. Thank you and have a nice day.